Hello, Cruising World. Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday, and Monday means Tips Day, and it is week 4 of Kathy, aka Pineapple Molly's tips. We've been wearing this suit just for her, and I've been rejoined by the devil herself. This is Portman, everybody. Don't touch the microphone. The other week you knocked it, and I don't know what the sound's going to be like until I go and do the editing. So you just sit there and behave. Lovely view you've got of my cat right now, I can probably tell. But we have 3 more tips from Kathy this week, and if needed, I will add some myself, but I don't think we will because I've said that every week so far, and we haven't needed to because we've had a good chat about Kathy's. Here we go. Look, sit down. Say hello to everybody. You're like, everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Sit down. Don't run away. They want to see you. I've had a few people emailing me saying, where's Portman in the videos? And here she is. She's still 16, 17 years old, this one. And still runs around like there's no tomorrow, don't you? You crazy, crazy cat. She walks around on my shoulders all the time, but not when I'm talking. Do you like the flamingo? You're fearless, aren't you? I'm going to attack you. That's playtime over. On with the tips. Can you just sit down? Come on, calm down. You can be here, but just behave. Oh, that's last week's. All right, number 10. Number 1 this week. Don't take expensive jewelry. Swap out wedding bands, large diamond wedding rings, gold necklaces, bracelets, and earrings for something less expensive in case you lose it or misplace it. Leave the expensive jewelry at home where it is safe. And I couldn't agree with that one more. I've heard so many horror stories of people doing that and losing it or leaving it and stuff like that. Not that anybody would steal it or anything. It's much more you lose it or misplace it and you can't get it back. Because, you know, once you leave that ship, good luck finding anything you left behind. So I've told this story before. I tell it real brief. I don't wear a wedding ring anymore because we went on a big diet, which I need to do again because I put so much weight on. I lost so much weight. My ring was falling off. So I got it resized, but I lost so much weight. I wasn't healthy at that weight. I went down to like 175 pounds and I'm 6'4". So I was a stick. So I put weight back on again. And it's very easy to downsize a ring, but it's not easy to make it bigger again. Ooh, that's what she said. But yeah, so I don't wear it anymore. But I don't have jewelry. I'm not a jewelry person. I'm a suit person. That's my jewelry. And apparently a cat person. We have 2 cats, but you'll never see the other one. The other one's boring. Lame. This one's fun. Yeah, that was a good tip. Don't take expensive jewelry. Why would you? Leave it at home. Watches, anything like that. Anything you can lose. Well, you want to sing into the microphone? You want to do karaoke like me? No? You don't do karaoke? Oh, there's that flamingo again. You want to play with the flamingo? These are the things you do to humor yourself. All right, next one. Stay in touch with people you meet on the ship if you really connect when the cruise is over. I have a family member who went on their first cruise many years ago, and is still to this day, we remain friends and with someone they met in 1984. They met on a European cruise, but have met up on our other cruise vacations, traveled around the US together, been guests at each other's houses, both live in the US, but met in Amsterdam many years ago. We have so many friends from cruising. We cruise, as you probably know, we cruise a lot. We're about to do the Panorama, will be Carnival cruise number 70. And we've also cruised on Royal, Celebrity and Virgin, and we have cruise booked on Norwegian. So we're trying to expand out a little bit now. Obviously, almost all of our cruises have been on Carnival, but we have made so many friends. And not just crew members as well, that we stay in touch with to this day. I probably add maybe 10 people every cruise to my Facebook page to stay in touch with. And some we will cruise together with again. Our good friends Leela and Chuck, we met on the Sunshine, I think it was, in 17 or 18, when we met Percy, the wonderful bartender Percy, and Percival Henry, shall I say. And we've been friends with all of them ever since. Our friends Jen and Eli, we met on a very first cruise. We were at a table together, and we've remained friends and cruise together and visit each other a lot. That was in 2008. So yeah, it happens all the time. So yes, very good point. But be careful. Here's my advice. Don't do that on day one. Make your judgments at the end of the cruise, not the beginning of the cruise. Because sometimes, and this is the same for me specifically with like bartenders on a cruise, for example. Because obviously some will end up being, nicer than others. It's just the nature of the beast. Some people are happier in their job than others. It's just the way it is. Some people are more personable. Some people are just out to get money, and you can tell. Oh God, stop. Don't break anything. I said this in week 1. Never work with children or animals on live recordings. That's what they say, and they're right. Do I need to beat you with the flamingo again? Yeah, so never judge on day 1, because by day 2, like what I mean by that is with a bartender example, we always extra tip. So don't extra tip on day 1. We don't extra tip at the end of the cruise either. Once we know that they're really good bartenders, we will tip them at that point. Stop it! You'll get the tip in a minute off the table. And that way they know we appreciate them, and they get a few more days to appreciate us. If you do it on the very last day, here you go, goodbye. I don't know. But if you do it on day 1, and then they turn out not to be as nice as you thought they were, then you've just basically thrown money away. And I would argue the same principle with guests. So, just because you think they're nice on day 1, sometimes you don't really see the real side of them. I think a good test is to go on a shore excursion with them and see how they act on that. I've made that mistake a few times too. All right, last one. Here we go. For the Brits. Did you hear that? For the Brits. That's a flamingo. That's not a Brit. Where's this going? And by the way, I'm English, not British. Quick lesson. Britain, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. United Kingdom, Great Britain. 4 countries combined into one. The flag, as on these glasses... stop! I'm trying to do it. Represents the 4 countries' flags. Like the red cross is the English flag. So the English flag is just a red cross on a white background. It's called the Cross of St. George. As in the patron saint of England, St. George's Day. St. George and the Dragon. I don't know. The red X, that is Northern Ireland. And the blue is Scotland. And then if you look very closely, in the very corner, you'll find a sheep. That is Wales. Look very closely though. It's very small. But there's a sheep there. And make sure you don't hold the flag upside down. So, I'm English, not British. I'm a purebred, not a mutt. What I mean by that is, as far back as you can trace my family history, and we traced it back to 1700, that's not ridiculously far, but far enough, English, 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 and English. So, I'm calling myself a purebred, not a mutt, so I'm English, not British. Portman just totally laid on my notes for tips, so we'll have to move her in a second. Typical that she finally calms down at the worst opportunity, and if I pull him away, she'll get up. Nope, she's staying down. Nope, she's getting up. She's a restless one. So anyway, before we continue, I like to be known I'm English, not British. Upside down. For the Brits, like Mick the suit guy who doesn't get casino offers, you may need to spend a little more than $25 in the casino. Gambling may not be in your blood, but without time in the casino, you probably won't get any offers. The blackjack tables might be calling you to sit down with a red stripe and play for a little while. Give it a chance. You might like it. Here's what I'll say to that, and this is just my experience. And I feel a little bit of a dig there, Kathy. A little bit of a dig, because I do comment about how low my points are. Now, the reason the $25, if you don't know this, we used to get $25 gambling free play, being platinum and diamond, and then they took that away. And we won't get into the reasoning why. Suffice to say, they bought it in because they used to give you a free entry to the slot or blackjack tournament, which they took away with COVID, understandable. And then they suddenly came out and decided that they would ignore. It was like, no, I'm not going to go there. I don't do politics. It was like, I was going to say it's like somebody that lies to make themselves, and they lie so much they convince themselves they're telling the truth. We'll leave that there. So they came out, aka John Heald came out and said this was a temporary benefit given to people. It was never a temporary benefit. It was a replacement benefit from the slot and blackjack tournaments that had been in forever. And it was the one benefit that we really... Oh, you leaving again? Bye. She never sticks around, does she? It was the one benefit we used to always use. Like, you know, we get other little things being diamond, but very little. If you watch my video between what Royal gives their customers and what Carnival gives their customers, you will cruise Royal. That's what if that's what you're looking for. So we don't cruise Carnival for the benefits because there really aren't many. But anyway, so I only would bet that, and I would put pictures up of my 2 casino points and stuff like that. I am very aware that, and I've sat at the blackjack table. I've gone down a blackjack table with $100 before. I do gamble a little bit every now and then, but I do. See, I'll tell you why I don't gamble. A quick backstory. So years ago, we used to go to Vegas all the time. I've mentioned that a few times. And I would play poker live at a table. I used to go to the Mirage, or however you say it over here. It's the Mirage to me. Not there anymore, sadly. That was my favorite hotel. But I used to play in their poker room because it wasn't like a pro poker room, but it wasn't a totally amateur poker room. So it was like a kind of normal game for people like me that are okay at poker, but not great. And I played 5 times, or was it 4? I think it was 5. 4 of the 5 times I won, because I'm a very careful player. I'm not a risky player. I'm, and I won't win much, but I used to win. And then the 5th time, I never forget it. I got a full house, aces over 9s, and I lost to 4 of a kind. I think he had 4 9s, so 2 9s came up on the turn, on the table. So luckily I didn't have that much money that day. I only lost a couple of $100, but it struck me that I could have lost a lot of money in one hand. So I actually made a conscious decision at that point. I wasn't going to gamble anymore in Vegas. So we will go there, and sometimes we'll take $100 for gambling. That's always our limit. And then when it's gone, it's gone. And that is not enough on Carnival to get any sort of gambling offers, unless you just keep winning and keep putting it back in. There was one time in Vegas where we played, that $100 lasted us 8 hours. We never won enough to walk away, because if we double our money, we'll walk away. But we never won enough to walk away, but we just kept winning a little bit here, a little bit there. And the machine was reading our play, not the value. So as far as the machine knew, we were putting more money in. It was just looking at our points on our player's card. And after that, for like 2 years, we got free rooms, invites to all the slot tournaments and everything. So yeah, that was nice. But yeah, it's not that I don't like gambling, but I'm never going to gamble enough to get offers. The bottom line, in my opinion, and as always is my opinion, right? I spend enough on the cruises itself, I can't afford to risk losing. And there's a casino for a reason. Funny thing is, if you follow on Facebook or anywhere, any gamblers, you always hear about their winnings, right? But you never hear about when they lose. And all you got to do is look at the size of the casinos on a cruise ship, look at all the effort they put into getting people into the casinos on a cruise ship, or the free gifts they give on the Premier Ultra offers, etc. on a cruise ship, and look at the lobbies in Vegas. I'll leave that one there. You want to say goodbye? Because we're done. Thank you, Kathy, aka Pineapple Molly. Thank you so much for all those tips. I think I was fairly nice to you overall. I do remember the other week, Laundry Mat was the only time I really think I picked on you. Portman wants to say thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. She's trying to grasp the thing. But she's not struggling. She's not struggling to get away. You're looking outside, right? Yeah, she's watching. So thank you. Thank you, Kathy. If you want to have the same treatment, email me yours. My email is coming up at the end of this video. I cannot promise that Portman will be here because she comes and goes as she pleases. Normally she's sleeping. But probably, because I normally close the door, I left the door open, and she probably heard me talking, so she's nosy. So she had to come and investigate. Who are you talking to? Isn't that right? Alright, so I'm lucky she didn't break anything. If you want to subscribe to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. And there's a little bell you can hit if you want notifications when these videos come out. I do this tips video on Monday. I do a cabin tour on Thursday. And I do a miscellaneous video on a Saturday. You want to say goodbye again? No, you look. She's looking at me like so content because this is her favorite to get tickled under the chin. Tickle-ickle-ickle. All right. Say it with me. I'll see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.